What's good, y'all? Welcome to Conversation Piece, the open door, where every third Thursday of the month, we literally open the door to the studio and sit down with community members from across Indianapolis to talk about whatever is on their hearts. If you are interested in participating, head to conversationpiecepod.com and click on the open door to learn more. My name is Patrick Armstrong. I'm the host of the show, and it is my honor and privilege to welcome our guest today, Tori Witter of Indy Design Week. Tori, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Excited.
Super excited to have you here. First up, for those people watching, listening, wherever they might be tuning in, if they don't know who you are, do you mind telling us a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, happy to. So, originally, I'm not from Indianapolis, so I'm a minor transplant. I'm from South Bend area.
Okay.
So, came down here to go to Butler in 2012, giving my age, but been here since then. Fell in love with Indianapolis. The community is my favorite part about living here, so that naturally segued into me coming into Indy Design Week, getting really involved with the design community. The fun fact of who I am and how that relates to Indy Design Week is that Indy Design Week is actually 100% nonprofit and volunteer-based. So it's just my side gig. I do it because I love this community. So by day, I work for Triad CTV as a creative director. So we are a connected TV ad tech platform, and we have a creative services division. So I'm the creative director for our creative services division. So that's my day-to-day. And then I always say my night and weekend is Indy Design Week.
Night and weekend. Okay, now it's making sense when you were talking about your boss wanting to start a podcast.
Yes.
I was thinking Indy Design Week, and I'm like, aren't you the boss?
I am the boss at Indy Design Week, not the boss at Triad.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense now. All right,
Yes.
thank you for sharing that. And now, we mentioned it, Indy Design Week. That's what we're here to talk about. Do you mind filling us in? What is Indy Design Week? I don't know a ton about it, so lay it on us.
Yes, happy to. So Indy Design Week was founded back in 2018 by Poppy Guthrie and a couple other local designers. And so the entire mission, what it was founded upon, is the same exact mission we hold today, which is celebrating and elevating design of all disciplines, all practices in Indianapolis. So the way I always kind of talk about it and where we fit in this design community is there's what feels like a million design organizations out there that are amazing and great at their subsections. There's AIGA that supports the advertising and graphic design world. There's IXDA that supports UI UX designers. There's AISA, I believe, is AISDA, I think, is the interior design group. But there's a bunch, and we were founded to kind of bring everyone together. So every year we host, this is our 7th annual we're going into, 7th annual festival that we hold Design Week all week long in April every single year. And we host different events all over the city at all different locations. We don't go to the same location twice ever to highlight all the cool spaces that are happening here, all the local design talent that's happening here. Our big mission is to showcase the cool work that's happening in Indianapolis. Because like I said, I love this community. I think there's amazing talent happening here. So one of the, I always call it our shtick, is it's all local. So every single speaker is going to be local. With the only options we have that aren't local are virtual talks usually.
Sure.
So we'll have some through our World Design Weeks network. So we just joined World Design Weeks this year. So it's very cool. We're getting international recognition for the first time, which is really exciting. But we really want to hold true to our foundation and our bones. So we're going to keep everything local, highlighting local designers and bringing everyone together to celebrate design and celebrate the impact it has, on culture, society, business. Kind of everything we talk about and do today feels like design.
Design goes into literally everything.
Yes.
You can't get anywhere without being a part of the design, I think, or at least a part of a plan, a framework, something like that. And I think that's the creative kind of outside the box thinking of design, because design literally permeates every aspect of our lives.
Absolutely.
2018, so it hasn't been around like a ton of time, but I love it because everything that you just shared, I feel like is what we're trying to do in 2025, which is the year of community on the show.
Yes.
And like you founded, IDW is specifically about bringing together all of these different design industries that exist here. As the executive director now, what does it mean to you to try to corral all the people together? And it's Indy Design Week, but obviously there are 51 other weeks in the year that you're doing this work. What does that look like for you on the day-to-day?
On the day-to-day, what it mainly looks like is connecting with local partners, really. I mean, like I mentioned, we're 100% nonprofit, 100% volunteer-based. So we really rely on those partnerships. Like AIGA, they are very close friends of Indy Design Week. We are working with the Buckingham Foundation this year. We're very grateful to them for giving us their 2024 grant to help support our event software. So on the day-to-day, I mean, that's been my favorite part about the executive director role, is just being able to connect with all of these amazing people that I've looked up to and aspired to for my career in Indianapolis, and being able to sit down and have a conversation with them and build a relationship with them, and hopefully, a mutually beneficial partnership. So
100%. I love it. And this year, the theme is Hues.
Yes.
And I think this is a really interesting theme. Can you break down, one, the overview of what Hues is about, what the theme is about this year, and two, how do you come to what is going to be what we talk about this year? What is it that we're uplifting?
Yes. So the theme brainstorming is one of my favorite things. As a designer by trade, creative director, that's what I do all day long. So that is always, so we have a board of 7. So we're a small but mighty team of volunteers. And so this year, what that looks like is our board comes together. I think we ordered pizza this year. We sit down, we have fun, we make it brainstorming. I call it spaghetti, throwing spaghetti at the wall brainstorming. Kind of any idea that's said, whether you think it's stupid, bad, anything, we put it up on the wall. And then we just kind of look at the groups, we gravitate towards them. This year, we wanted to intentionally select something that was design related. So like margins came up, and pixel, and just kind of the words that designers relate to. And again, like, we're trying to reach interior designers, graphic designers, architects. So trying to find something that relates to all of them can be a little bit tricky. So when we boiled it all down, it was, I think, our social media chair actually who had the idea of Hues. And we were like, we were talking about color, and it was like, no matter what you're designing, at some point you're discussing color. Color palettes are a day-to-day in the life of a designer. And it just kind of kept coming back to this Hues idea. And we were like, that's like, from a surface level, it's really cool. It's what designers interact with on a day-to-day basis. But then beyond that, I think, what we're really trying to highlight with it is diversity, inclusion, the different stories that are coming out of our community, the contrasted stories. So just kind of taking it even further metaphorically in the different shades of our design community and really amplifying those. So it had a lot of legs. It has a lot of different meanings. And we've kind of left it to, whenever somebody comes in and speaker, partner, anything like that, what I kind of say is like, this is our theme. I don't really want to tell you what I think about it. So you interpret it and you kind of run with it. Yeah. And I want to see what you think about it and what your thoughts are on it. So I'm really excited to see what stories come out of the week.
Let the creators create. Let them cook.
Yeah,
Let
absolutely.
them cook. I love the idea of lifting up like different aspects of design, or like, I'm trying to think of a way to talk about this, because right now we're going through a whole lot in the country and the state specifically when it comes to things like diversity or equity or inclusion. And I think the just putting it up on blast, like Hues, I think loudly says we are going to stand by and support these kinds of initiatives.
100%.
And like give people the opportunity to talk about some of these things. For you, and from your perspective as somebody who's been part of Indy Design Week and clearly wants to live into this mission, what do you think is a common or maybe the biggest misconception about like design work and what you want to hopefully dispel through the work you do at Indy Design Week?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. I think one of the biggest things is that, I think we were talking about it. Design is in everything we do. And I just don't think I think it's become so ingrained in us. We live in a capitalistic society. A lot of things, they have to look pretty to sell. So a lot of times, no matter what you're encountering, there's been functional art put into it, and there's a creator behind it. So I think that's not to sound like cheesy and be like, give an answer that's about to lead into our mission. But that's, just highlighting the impact of it and really bringing appreciation to it. You know,
Sure.
I think a lot of times, especially in corporate America, like you can see these massive companies and the designers are just kind of like workhorses and you don't know the creator behind it. You just know like the CEO behind it or something like that. So what we're really trying to do is take down that curtain and showcase the creators, the people that are actually hands-on making these things and showcasing their work and the amazing things they're doing all the way, you know, whether they're doing that on the side, whether they're doing that in the freelance, whether they're doing that in corporate America, and just showcasing them as the true creator of it.
I love it. Okay, as we get ready to come up on, Indy Design Week, April, I believe, correct?
Yes, April 21st through 26th.
All right, perfect. So we got a little bit of time as we get ready to kind of get excited for Indy Design Week. What do you want people to make sure that they know to be ready for? And what do you hope that people walk away with once this weekend is over? Or this week is over.
Yes. So the one thing I want people to know is that you don't have to be a designer to attend Indy Design Week. We specifically structure, and this year more than ever, are structuring our tickets in a way that you can attend as much as you want or as little as you want. If there's one event that you want to go to, we offer day passes a lot of times. We're going to try our best to kind of bend this event software in a way that we can offer just like day of, come register real quick for, you know, maybe as low as $5, maybe free. We're hoping to offer a free 100% virtual option for all the virtual offerings. So, I just want to say, like, just because design's not in your title, that doesn't mean that you don't belong there. Half our board is not designers. They were brought in. Our marketing director works in marketing. Our finance director works in finance.
That makes sense.
Are just, exactly. So, you know, I'm really big on, you know, I'm like, I know what I'm not good at and let's bring in the people that are good at it. So,
absolutely.
They appreciate design and they like design and they like to talk about it. So I think if you're design adjacent is what we call it a lot, you know, an account manager at an advertising firm, anything like that, where you're working with designers, you care about design, there's something for everyone.
Sure.
Even if you just want to come hang out and talk to designers or talk to innovators, a lot of our sponsors are always on site at these events from the big companies in town. So I mean, it's forever. There's something for everyone there. And I would say what I want people to leave with is I want people to leave feeling so inspired that they are thinking about their next project. And I also want the biggest thing that our attendees talk about is the connections they make the week of. So that's why we really highlight the in-person events. So I want people to leave with a list of people that they need to add to LinkedIn, add to Instagram, that they need to text, that they want to keep in contact with. That's outside of their normal daily, like, I love seeing like an interior designer talk to a fashion designer and a UX designer talking to like a graphic designer and just making those connections that can inspire your work in unique ways you maybe never knew. So
I absolutely love it. I'm here for it. And again, leaning into this idea of community.
Yes.
That's what we're about here on the show, especially in 2025. Okay, I got a couple more questions for you before we wrap it up. First one is, you are like myself, a transplant from the north. So Indiana in. I don't like the word Hoosier. Indiana in. But now a hopefully proud Naptonian here in Indianapolis. So I wanted to ask you, what does Indianapolis mean to you?
Yeah. So, again, not to sound super cheesy, Indianapolis means community to me. I came from a pretty small town. It felt smaller than it was. I realized later how it was a little bit bigger, but, I came down to Indy to go to Butler and I found my people. All of my college friends are still my absolute best friends to this day. And I just feel like this city is filled with so much art, like more art than I've ever seen before. I think we're really hitting a stride in Indianapolis with art and putting art in front of everybody and really appreciating it. So it's cool to see, a small, big city really take that into consideration and care about it. And I think that's led from the people, right? I mean, none of those changes are going to be made without us making a momentum from the ground. So it's cool to see that. The community is just amazing. I feel like I always talk about from the executive director role. My favorite part is that I leave almost every single sponsorship or partnership conversation with 4 more people that I'm supposed to reach out to, that person recommended me to reach out to make a connection. And I feel like there's so few places that you would find that where
Sure.
there's less of a competition and more of a, hey, let's all work together to make the city better. So it's just really cool. I do have a very competitive spirit. I'm an athlete. I was an athlete my whole life, but like in the art world, I think it's just really cool. I think that we use competition in a way to make ourselves better and then also support each other. So
absolutely. Competition is great in certain circumstances. Collaboration generally takes us further.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
Tori, I appreciate everything that you shared with us. Last but not least, how do we find out more, learn more about Indy Design Week? How do we find and follow, support you after all this is over?
Yeah. So we are on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook as @Indy Design Week. So super easy to find us there. Our website is indydesignweek.com. Our 2025 website is going live next week, and Early Bird is coming out. I don't know when this drops, but this is good.
Whatever next week, whatever the last week of January, whatever the last week of January.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, Early Bird goes on sale January 28th.
Okay.
If you want to get earlier access, you can sign up for the wait list. And we'll be dropping that a little bit early to them. But yeah, I think you could stay updated on all of those things. The programming schedule, we've got a lot of really cool events coming up, but we're always looking for more participants. So, if you have a design story to tell, if Hues resonates with you, please feel free to head to our website and go to get involved. There's multiple ways to get involved, whether you volunteer, whether you give a talk, a workshop, or if you want to sponsor Indy Design Week, anything. There's a lot of different ways to get involved. So we just wouldn't exist without that community support. So
absolutely something for everyone.
Absolutely.
100%. Thank you again, Tori, for coming. Everybody, make sure you go check out Indy Design Week. We're going to have everything linked here in the show notes, but go support Tori's work, support Indy Design Week's work, and support your local designer, whoever that may be. Go hire them, get your stuff done.
Yeah.
For everything Conversation Piece, go to conversationpiecePod.com. Again, click the open door if you're interested in participating in this series. And until next time, this has been The Open Door. I've been Patrick Armstrong, and we'll see y'all soon.